Picture this. You're running a startup, right? Your AI-powered application is handling, let's say, 10,000 queries every single day. Now, some of those queries are genuinely tough. A user wants you to analyze a dense legal document or maybe solve a complex multi-step engineering problem. For those, yeah, you absolutely want the most capable frontier model available. But let's be real. Most of those 10,000 questions, they're just not that hard. Someone's asking for a basic calculation check or what the capital of France is. The problem is, right now, your application doesn't know the difference. So it sends every single question to that massive, expensive model. You are effectively bleeding capital by paying premium frontier model API prices for trivial, everyday queries. Welcome to this explainer. We're going to dive right into this massive financial drain and, more importantly, how to fix it.
I want to hit you right out of the gate with this data point. 85%. Researchers over at UC Berkeley developed an intelligent routing system called RouteLLM, and they managed to get an exact 85% API cost reduction on the MTBench benchmark. And here is the absolute kicker. They pulled this off while maintaining 95% of the quality you'd get from just using the most expensive model. If you're at a startup with high API usage, that is a completely transformative number. So it naturally brings us to this crucial question. How can a lightweight middleware cut your AI bill by 85% without sacrificing quality? Look, if you're an engineering lead or a software architect listening in, you already know the golden rule. Saving money usually means taking a hit on performance, but intelligent routing kind of breaks that rule. Let's look at exactly how it works. Here is our roadmap for today. Number 1, the financial problem. 2, deploying routing as middleware. 3, evaluating the 4 router types. 4, configuring production cost thresholds. 5, long-term maintenance and scaling. And finally, number 6, the multi-model routing future. Let's jump in. All right, section 1, the financial problem, premium costs for economy queries. This really highlights the fundamental tension of deploying high-volume AI in the real world. We're essentially dealing with a massive contrast here. On one side, you have your complex queries. These need deep reasoning, your GPT-4 or Claude Opus level stuff. They're brilliant, for sure, but man, they are slow and highly expensive. On the flip side, routine queries. Small, fast, cheap models can handle simple factual retrieval without breaking a sweat. The financial inefficiency really comes from relying on a single model pipeline. You're basically paying for first-class answers to economy-class questions. Now, if you could perfectly direct each query to the right model, you'd get premium performance exactly when you need it and economy pricing the rest of the time. But actually predicting a query's difficulty before the model answers it, well, that's the routing problem in a nutshell. Moving on to section 2, deploying routing as middleware. And honestly, this isn't some opaque AI magic we're talking about. This is just standard infrastructure. Let's define our solution. RouteLLM is a lightweight middleware layer that sits perfectly between your application and your AI models. It looks at an incoming query, makes a quick probabilistic prediction about its difficulty, and then routes the traffic accordingly. Now, the absolute most critical word here is lightweight. This router has to be faster and vastly cheaper than the models it's routing to. Because if your routing layer is heavy and computationally expensive, it completely cancels out whatever API savings you are going to make. I absolutely love this quote from the source material. Think of it like a hospital triage system. A broken finger goes to a general practitioner. A complex cardiac event goes to the specialist team. The triage nurse isn't there to perform the surgery, right? They're just predicting the level of care you need based on some initial signals. And that is exactly what your middleware router is doing. It spots the broken fingers, the simple queries, and sends them to the cheap model, saving the expensive specialist team for the actual heavy lifting. Okay, section 3, evaluating the 4 router types. Let's put on our lead engineer hats for a second, because if you're actually implementing this, you've got options to weigh. Let's see how these 4 approaches stack up against each other. You've got matrix factorization, BERT, similarity-weighted, and causal LLM routers. If you're looking for extremely lightweight processing, matrix factorization is brilliant. It basically puts queries and models into a shared mathematical space and matches them up. The computational overhead is incredibly low. On the other hand, if you really need a deeper linguistic understanding of a prompt to predict its complexity, you might look at BERT. It's heavier, sure, but it actually reads the subtle structure of the language. Then you have similarity-weighted, which compares new queries to a database of past labeled ones. And finally, the causal LLM uses a tiny language model to literally reason about where the prompt should go. In their testing, the UC Berkeley team found matrix factorization to be a massive standout. It just hits that perfect balance of high accuracy with really low overhead. But hold on. Before you build anything, You need to run through this lead engineer's router checklist. Does your environment actually warrant all this complexity? First off, assess your query volume. If you aren't hitting thousands of queries a day minimum, the engineering overhead probably isn't worth your time. Second, measure your baseline API costs. Third, define your latency budgets. Remember, this router does add a tiny hop to your process. And crucially, evaluate your query heterogeneity. What I mean is if literally 100% of your queries are massive coding challenges, a router won't do anything for you. Everything genuinely needs the expensive model anyway. You need a mixed bag of simple and complex tasks to actually realize these savings.
Let's ground all this architectural theory in some hard data. Over on the MT benchmark, we see that massive 85% drop in costs. On MMLU, which tests academic subjects, it's a 45% reduction. And on GSM-8K, doing math reasoning, we're looking at 35%. What you should take away from this is that the router is just tossing a massive percentage of questions to the cheaper model. Why? Because it correctly figures out that the expensive model's extra brainpower is just completely unnecessary for those specific tasks.
Let's move to Section 4, Configuring Production Cost Thresholds. This is where we shift from the theory into the reality of configuring this in a live, high-traffic startup environment. Here is your practical step-by-step for implementation. Step 1. Deploy it as middleware. This should be completely transparent to the user. Step 2. Set a conservative cost threshold. Think of this as a dial you control. You want to start low, so only the most glaringly obvious, dead simple questions go to the cheap model. Step 3. Gradually dial up that threshold. As you do, you're pushing more traffic to the cheaper model, which aggressively compounds your financial savings. And Step 4. Monitor for quality dips. You are actively walking a tightrope here, balancing massive financial savings against your application's performance. Now, pay attention to these integration pitfalls, because they will bite you. Number 1, do not deploy this at low query volumes. Number 2, do not deploy if your workload is just uniformly highly complex. Number 3, be incredibly careful that your routing compute overhead doesn't creep up and cancel out your API savings. And lastly, never, ever ignore your latency limits. In a high-traffic environment, if your router is slow, the whole application chokes. Avoiding these traps is literally the difference between a genius infrastructure win and a very expensive mistake.
Section 5, long-term maintenance and scaling. Because obviously, your startup is going to grow and the AI landscape changes practically every single week. There is something absolutely critical here for your peace of mind, and that's transfer learning. You see, the beautiful thing about RouteLLM is that query difficulty is a property of the question itself, not the model answering it. A hard math problem is a hard math problem, whether you're sending it to GPT-4 today or some brand new model that drops next year. Because of this, your router uses transfer learning. You can seamlessly swap out your underlying AI models as newer ones are released, and you don't have to retrain your entire routing layer from scratch. This drastically reduces your long-term maintenance costs and makes scaling practically frictionless. Finally, Section 6, the multimodal routing future. Because while this original framework was just about choosing between one strong and one weak model, the horizon is actually a whole lot wider than that. Just contrast that initial approach with where we're actually heading. We are moving away from a simple two-model framework, strong versus weak, driven purely by cost, and we're entering the era of the complex multi-model ensemble. We're talking about intelligently routing across 5, 10, maybe even more models. And at that point, you aren't just routing for cost anymore. You're routing based on specialization. Does this specific query need medical reasoning? Boom, route it to a model fine-tuned for healthcare. Does it need lightning-fast latency? Send it to the absolute smallest specialized model you have. The foundational architecture stays exactly the same, but the intelligence of our triage nurse expands exponentially. And this brings us to our final thought today. With AI API costs scaling exponentially for startups right now, you have to ask yourself, is your infrastructure ready to intelligently triage queries? Or will you keep paying surgeon fees for paper cuts? Intelligent routing really isn't just a neat research trick anymore. It is rapidly becoming as fundamental as load balancing. It's a foundational piece of building a sustainable AI business model. So take a hard look at your query logs this week. You might be shocked at how much capital you could be saving. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.